Yeah, you should be seeing this.
Yes, I do see it. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. That's good. So we can both draw on it to our heart's content here.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go quickly just over the vampire counts list. I'll let you go over the chaos list here. But first things first, for the vampire counts, we have a pretty solid list, something that you probably have seen before online at least. So we have 4 crypt horrors, the maximum that you are allowed. 1, 2, 3. 3 Great Guard with great weapons, 3 Grave Guard without great weapons, just hand weapon and shield, and then of course 4 units of spearmen, just in case those large decide to come in and charge into the vampire lines. Last but not least, for the leadership of the vampire counts, we have 2 HQ. One is a Master Necromancer here on a barded steed of some kind, and then on top, right above him, we have a Death Wizard, a Death Wizardess. Sorceress up here on her hell steed, ready to death away anybody that moves or anybody that looks at her funny. So how about, what do we have for the chaos list, TPP?
So for Chaos, well, I think he set up his army. Yep, hopefully he doesn't move it. He has, 2 Exalted Heroes on Manticores, I believe it is. Then we also see... What's this wizard? I'm really bad at calling out, like, the generals.
Not a problem, man. You know, what I usually do is I just bullshit and guess what they are, and then correct myself later, so...
Well, it looks like he has the Lord of Fire.
Fair enough, fair enough.
That's one thing. He does have a Hell Cannon. We see Chaos Warriors with great weapons on each flank. No, actually, the one on the left flank does not have great weapons. In the center, we have 4 Chaos Marauders. We also see in the forest 2 Chaos Warhounds, one with poison, and 3 Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. I don't think I missed anything. This is, I'm not sure if I would bring this particular army, but yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
it
see
is a
how it
strange
works.
one. It is a strange...
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you think about this decision to put 2 Exalted Heroes on Manticores?
I mean, I like it because he can snipe the enemy general, but he's not in the air. Oh, actually, it's just a vampire. But,
Yeah. It's just the vampire.
Yeah.
But by the way, I have been seeing, so this kind of chaos air superiority is the only other faction that I ever see getting good amounts of air. I mean, even vampires, I don't see it with a lot of air units these days, but I do see chaos with these double exalted heroes on Manticore with a flying lord a lot more in online battles nowadays. You know, Bretonnian being the only other faction that actually brings air to kill air for the most part. And so the Manticores are actually highly successful, I have found, just because they beat out just about any other vampire unit in the air. And even when you bring Peg Knights, a single Exalted Hero on a Manticore can take down 1 unit of Peg Knights relatively handily if they manage to get the charge. And so it's interesting seeing that up here right now. We'll see how they perform against a list that doesn't have a lot of flying to it, nor does it have morale to worry about. So rear charges by Manticores aren't going to be nearly as effective as they are against most other races.
Well, I think Chaos will get destroyed here, but we'll see.
Well, so your vote of confidence for Chaos, man. Vote of confidence for Chaos here by TPP. The man in the know says that Chaos will likely lose. You know, very, very close battle, though, right? That's what I'm guessing, TPP?
Sure.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. In the meantime, yeah, the vampire counts are moving up. They're going to try to move on top of this hill here. I would actually expect that both players should probably try to rush for this hill, but it looks like vampire counts are actually closer than the chaos player to it, which means they will get the hill advantage, which is really, really a bad news for the chaos player. Fighting uphill as well as having morale deficits due to the vampire counts, having those the terror and the like, is going to be harsh, man. It's going to be harsh.
Magic Missile flying. Well, not Magic Missile, but Hell Cannon.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of that hell cannon, that special sauce coming out of the hell cannon, man.
It's pretty much magic.
You know what this is, man? Like this. I mean, you know, it's disturbingly phallic, guys. I mean, you know exactly what's going on. You see, the kind of hell cannon phlegm comes from these 2 gonads, if you will, shoots out in this juicy burst, and does a huge amount of damage.
Ooh, nice hit on Shidoku's general.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it looks... Where is Shidoku's general currently right now? Oh, yeah, holy
right
hell.
here.
Was that the hell cannon that hit his ass?
No. It was the Magic Missile of the Chaos General. Was the fireball.
Nice.
Here it comes again.
Here comes another fireball.
Wow.
Ooh, another great hit. Actually, it's interesting that Shidoku is not running his vampire general away, his necromancer. Very, very interesting indeed. The fireballs continuing to come out of the chaos general, just railing this necromancer, man. He is not going to make it if that hits.
Wow.
Boom. Wow.
And vampire going down. I could be eating my words here.
I mean, you said it was going to be a close battle, right? You said it was going to be a close battle. So we'll see it. Yeah, dude, juicy burst manifold. You know it, man. So now it looks like the Vampire Count's actually on the back foot here, trying to run that Death Wizard away, probably trying to get a useful Fate of Yuna out or something. Just something against somebody before he dies this terrible, terrible death to these 2 Mana Cores, though. A little bit of a hit going down on the Mana Cores with the Spirit Leech, not doing as much damage as it could, though, with the nerf to Spirit Leech.
Still a lot of damage, though.
Still a shitload of damage. You are quite correct there. I think the damage is more random, but it still has the potential to do the same amount. Here we see the Marauder Horsemen being real pricks here, just shooting the hell out of the Spearmen as well as the Cryptors with their axes. Very good use of the Marauder Horsemen. I typically do not see these guys used well at all. Mostly because they typically, I mean, they sucked for a very long time. But it looks like he's using them very effectively to cause these Skeleton Spearmen here to crumble. And I'm sure soon he will turn those axes on the Cryptors to do some real damage to the real units.
I don't like that the Exalted Heroes are chasing off the Vampire because they're not going to catch it.
They are not going to catch it, and they only need 1 Exalted Hero to do that. I'm not sure why he's using 2. I think you're very, very right there. Hell Cannon still trying to do the work that it can. Not very accurate, but more accurate than it was before. It looks like it's probably going to hit these Skeleton Spearmen. It does a huge amount of damage, killing 12 guys at the very least. So how do you think about this matchup on the line?
Well, I think Vampires won it.
Now you think Vampires won?
Yeah,
fair.
because the Chaos Exalted Heroes are too far away to support the fight right now.
They're trying to get in as fast as they can, but they probably are too far away. Some magic missiles going off from the Chaos Sorcerer onto that Vampire Lord there. Here is something that might really not work out well for the Chaos player. What is his mainline made out of? His mainline is made out of Chaos Marauders.
Yeah. A few Chaos Warriors, but it's just 2 of them, and they won't do well against all these Crypt Horrors.
Yep. The doubling up the Crypt Horrors on the Chaos Warriors is actually a great move by Shidoku here. Really good presence of mind. He knows that he can beat the Marauders with next to anything, right? I mean, he could beat those Marauders down with Skeleton Spearmen, and so why use his better units, things like his Crypt Horrors on those guys, when you can use the Crypt Horrors with their armor piercing on the Chaos Warriors? So I think pretty good play overall here, but the Marauders actually might be able to take these Cryptors out. Those Marauders, I do believe, have armor piercing on their axes, and so we'll be able to effectively take out these Cryptors if they get good enough chances to get shots on.
Still, those Skeleton Spearmen flanking a bit too much. I don't know where they're actually going on the left flank of Vampire Counts. Oh, here they go.
Looks like there's a party in the forest, and that is where these Skeleton Spearmen are heading for, man. A little bit of beer in the forest. They do love it. Not going to happen, though. They're being called back into battle by their generals. One of the Exalted Heroes is actually running away, probably due to a Spirit Leech. The last of the Vampire Generals is still around. And actually, yeah, is still around, and probably still has a fair amount of magic left to cast on these guys.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty much what I expected, because there's no way Chaos has any chance to win the melee engagement.
I think if Chaos were to have a chance in the melee engagement, of course, they would have to sacrifice a lot of the other tools they brought to this battle. They'd probably have to sacrifice the Manticores in the air, at least, or not more than one of them. They'd definitely have to sack the Hell Cannon. And I think to a certain extent, too, they'd probably have to sack the Chaos Lord's mount. And then they could get a strong enough line of Chaos Warriors to actually be able to hold out on this charge. But as it stands right now, Chaos Marauders, they're not good mainline troops, especially against Vampire, who will, again, just beat their morale down to the ground.
You needed some spawns or trolls.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, some real damage right there, right? To be able to chew through the Graveguard with some AoE. It does look like, I mean, it may be too little too late here, but the Chaos Warriors are managing to crumble these Cryptors. Cryptors are probably going to go down in good time, but the Graveguard are going to allow these, or going to force these Chaos Warriors to rout, even with the Marauder Horsemen throwing axes.
Spirit Leech on Torchaf's general.
Spirit Leaf on Torchaf's general. Looks like, where is the general right now? He is running the hell away. Yeah, Torchaf's general is not long for this world. Ooh, man. That sucks, guys. That sucks. When you wear that much armor and you fall from that height, you actually turn into mashed potatoes the second you hit the ground, even though the armor keeps you intact. Yes, sir, man. Good eating for the hounds, though. Good eating for the hounds. Crunchy exterior, nice soft interior. But yeah, that's it. Looks like the Vampire Counts have really managed to break the back of these of the Chaos player here. That is unfortunate, man. I mean, how could have this gone differently for the Chaos player with the units that he brought?
He should have denied the engagement for longer, I think. Okay. Or, well, he should have had his Exalted Heroes there from the beginning, but he kept chasing the Vampire, which was a mistake. So they were doing nothing. So much wasted money.
Exactly, man. So much wasted money. And I think also, and this has some relation to the Bretonnians as well. And I'm going to bring it back to the Bretonnians because the Bretonnians are the greatest race, the greatest faction that has ever graced the Warhammer world. But with the Bretonnians, one thing that I would like to note, and the mistake that he made here with the Manticores, is you do not want to typically chase with your hero characters, and you don't want to chase with more than one. Right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it just there's no point in chasing any unit, any flying routing unit with more than one other character, because the other one doesn't make a difference, and all it does is take him away from the battle. So kill counter, that's unfortunate, man. That chaos kill counter is not what we want to see here. Those Marauder Horsemen with the throwing axes really valiantly trying to pull the chaos into the game here with 63, 40, and 39 kills. But just look at, I mean, what do you think about this line, man? Just look at the kills. Look at the kills on the chaos side.
Even with the general snipe, he still couldn't win.
Yeah, exactly that. Even with the general snipe, there was no win to be had there, and that is honestly really unfortunate, man. Certainly too bad. It's certainly too bad. You would think with the general snipe that you would have some kind of a chance, some half of a chance to take that battle, but the Vampire Count mainline troops just being too fierce, just a little too sturdy for the Chaos lines to break through. So what I'll do here, let me change the overlay real quick. So I mean, I just hate that it sucks big dick.
Wait, you push buttons. Does that mean you play StarCraft?
I used to play StarCraft. I did used to play StarCraft.
Okay.
I love pushing those buttons there. So
First or second StarCraft?
I played first and second StarCraft. I am half Korean, and so I could not get away with not playing that first StarCraft.
I see.
But yeah, but the Black Coach with the buttons, man. I love the buttons on the Black Coach, but still not that great. They're still, I guess, tinkering with it. I think it's something to do with the pathing system for chariots, but some people do disagree with me, which they're of course allowed to. Robert 009, 0019, don't Orc Borboy Biggins do decent versus Blood Knights? They do decently versus Blood Knights, but Blood Knights also do decently versus Borboy Biggins. I think it really matters on who gets the better charge. If the Black Knights do, or if the Blood Knights do manage to get a much better charge, if they manage to get a much better charge up against the Biggins, they will lose next to nothing before they kill them. But if it's an even charge, I think it goes big. Blood Knights win, but Black Orcs or the Biggins do about 1/3 damage to their health.
Yeah, and Blood Knights can even beat Demigryphs with the proper charge as well. So
yes, that they can.
Are a force now.
Yeah, they are indeed a force. Alrighty. Yeah, damn skills, man. Damn skills. Yeah, I love them skills for StarCraft, man. Unfortunately, they did not translate near as well. Half Korean meant I had half the skills, and so I was half as good, and so I was like twice as bad. It really sucked, man. Unfortunately, that was a stressful time in my life. All right, let's go over the list real quick. I'll go over the Orcs and Goblins list, and again, I will let Prussian Prince go over the Vampires counts. So what do we got for mainline infantry for these Orcs? We have 4 Black Orcs holding up the center. Well, this is something that we do typically see with the Orcs and Goblins, with the Greenskins. On the side, on the flanks, he has 4 units of Orc Biggins covering those flanks. In the back, 3 units of Goblin Archers. A unit of Orc Biggins also holding the back, just in case those Black Knights decide to go on back there and try to savage somebody's rear end. Also, a general. The general is... where is the general right now? The general is hiding in a corner, actually. Hiding from the Vampire Counts, hiding from that dirty spell. Oh, no, he's not, actually. He's going to come all the way back up here. And so he looks like he has actually a Goblin Shaman for his Lord. Very, very cheap choice. Usually, if you're trying to hide from Spear Leech and things, you'll choose him. But he also has decent magic. And then, of course, an Orc Shaman as the second Magic Man. No mounts for either of those guys. And that is it for the Greenskins. What do we have for the Chaos? Or, sorry, not the Chaos, for the Vampire Counts.
For Vampire Counts, it looks like it's exactly what I expected. 4 Crypt Horrors. Well, not exactly, but still. 4 Crypt Horrors, 3 Cane Wraiths. Looks like 2 Grave Guards. Make that 3 Grave Guards. 3 zombies front. 1, 2,
Does
3,
look
4.
like it. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Did you type that?
Or yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
Just
1,
just
2,
in
3,
case people
4,
can't count, man. Just in case people can't count.
So, pretty much expected this. Well, not this exact build, but a combination of all these units.
It is pretty
nice.
close. It is pretty close. To address your question, by the way, 0019. Yeah, it should have other buffs. By the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that the Black Coach casts random vampire spells as it gets more kills.
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't use the Black Coach.
Well, so I use it whenever I play vampires to varying levels of success. Usually I just get owned because I'm using it. But now and again, I feel like I see like just random spells go off near the coach, and so I get that impression that it casts spells the more kills it gets. But I don't know. I mean, somebody's gonna have to confirm that because I don't actually know. Yeah, Bob Ross presents the Warhammer tournament. Yeah, you know, we can get some real
Bob
artistry
Ross.
up here, guys. Some real artistry.
Oh, we do also
So-
have some dire wolves hidden in
Oh!
the forest.
Oh, nice. All right, so there's one prediction that came true, man. Direwolves in the forest. Good things.
And Vampire and I think Vampire Lord, both on Hellsteeds. Vampire going up to probably Spirit Leech or something.
Does
Yeah.
look like it. He is going to get Magic Missile, though, but this Magic Missile actually not very good position. Oh, actually, he doesn't manage to actually hit any of his Orcs. That is a real risk you take, by the way, when you're casting Magic Missile from the ground, is you will hit your own units. That sucks dick. Oop, there we go. A Fate of Buna actually going on these Orc Biggins in the back. I'm not sure if that was the right choice. It may be due to the fact that these Cryptors actually do much better against Black Orcs than they do against the Biggins.
I don't know about magic missiles against vampires because that's a waste. As long as vampire still is alive and he currently
Exactly.
is. So.
The vampires can just continue to heal that like he is doing right now. That Immortal Will really doing work in kind of just wasting away the magical power. But at least we do know how much magical power both players have. They both have 7-ish.
Look, full HP again, and just you wasted 2 magic missiles, the Orc player. So.
Yep. And you know, exactly. It's no good. And that's the problem with the vampire counts right now, man. That hero regen just on a whim is hard to deal with unless you have air units yourself. You know, I mean, magic missiles can only do so much against vampires. You need air. And unfortunately, not everybody has the capabilities to go into the air against the vampire counts.
Nice Spirit Leech going on.
Yep, there it is, man. That's the skill leech just going down on the see, and this goblin doesn't have enough health to stand too many of these. He only has a little bit over 2k health.
I like what he's doing here. He's pulling back his entire force until he probably just Spirit Leeches the enemy general to death. I think that's his strategy.
Yep, I think it is too, man. I think it is too. And it's going to be a great strategy. Just because, you know, these guys cause terror, right? You know, these Karen Wraiths.
Yeah.
And so, what do Orcs have very, very little of? Well, morale. What do vampire counts with Karen Wraiths really, especially in the Death Star formation, succeed in doing? Well, they succeed in breaking the morale of enemy troops, even if they don't do a huge amount of damage. And then now that once that Goblin Shaman General is dead, bad things, man. Bad juju. Yeah, ice cold, man. Ice cold.
So, yeah, I think we saw another magic missile from the Orcs, but did nothing.
Yep.
Again, it's a vampire.
To very, very little effect, which is, you know, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate, man.
I think at this point it just might be better to buff up his own troops.
I think so. I mean, it's no need to waste the few magic that you have.
Yeah.
Also, I would love to be able to actually click on the opponent's army so I can see how much magic he had as well. I know it starts off at the same now, but then it's hard to see the differential use of magic and how that affects the amount of winter magic that you have. It's too bad about that. Too bad about that. So yes, it does look like right now the vampire player is doing exactly like Prussian Prince has said, and it's just backing the hell up until the Spirit Leeches go off often enough to kill this this Lord here, this Goblin Lord. As you can see, that's kind of indicated by the fact that this Vampire Lord is still hovering around here, still trying to get those Spirit Leeches off on the Goblin. While again, the Orcs are exhausting themselves. They're still fresh right now, of course, but they're trying to exhaust themselves right now, trying to run towards those vampires. And that fight's not going to be an easy fight either, right? You know, he's run across this entire field. He's taken Spirit Leeches over and over again to his goblins, and he's not up for an easy fight. Now the hard part begins.
Direwolves incoming, by the way. Keep an eye
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
they are incoming. The direwolves are incoming from the back here, just slowly meandering up the field. Gonna ram it up the behind of these Orcs here.
Here comes another Spirit Leech.
Another Spirit Leech. Oh god, on that Goblin. That Goblin is not having a good day here. He has been leeched all day. He is going to be dead relatively soon. Hopefully he can get some buffs up on his Orcs, man. Some sneaky stabbing, something like that. Or something that... Does the Goblin Shaman actually have anything that can give the Orcs magic attacks?
I'm not sure, but at least he can give him the extra melee attack one.
That is
That's
true.
good,
He can,
yeah.
and that will be able to sooner or later shoot through the Karen Wraiths. By the way, this actually battle is not going too badly for the Orcs and Goblins, just because of the fact that the Vampire player hasn't played his Death Star like a Death Star is typically played, and has decided to spread his units out, which may not work as well for him as he might want. But again, right now the Direwolves are coming in the back, and just the amount of HP regen, damage reduction on these vampires right now is going to prove very, very difficult for these orcs to chew through.
Oh,
He needs
nice
to get
rear
all of these guys
charges.
on the flank. Yeah, these rear charges actually doing quite well for both the orcs and for the dire wolves here that have got the archers. Managed to kill these goblin archers back here, but
Orc
it does. Yep, and the general is dead. It looks like the dire wolves, as well as the vampire, was able to kill the general. But the orc biggins back here fighting off the dire wolves valiantly. We're going to be able to crumble them. Remains to be seen whether or not they'll be able to kill the vampire. Unlikely, because the vampire probably will fly away very soon. So how do you think this battle's shaping up, man? You got any predictions at this point right now? It looks like the orcs are doing okay.
Yeah, they've got the flanking going on, and they're actually surrounding the vampires before, and the vampires did not break through the black orcs. This
Yes.
is surprising, actually.
Now, was the surround part of the vampire's plan? I mean, isn't that what they do with the? Isn't that how they kind of typically construct their Death Star?
I mean, not sure what you mean by that, but I would just like normally break through one flank quickly or something, and then
Sure,
you
sure.
can just like go along with the rest. But he didn't break through, which was like, it's not very good.
No,
for
I
him.
think that's absolutely
Yeah.
right, man. I think he didn't break through, and I think I think what I meant by that comment, by this business of flanking, is that also they are doing a little bit better here, the vampires now, but they got a little separated fights on either side here. We got two fights now going on. We got one fight over here and we got one fight over here. But what I was kind of saying about the vampires wanting to get surrounded is that when you're playing this Death Star build, it is usually okay to get surrounded as long as your guys are starting blobbed up initially.
Yeah.
Right now getting flanked really fucks our friend here. It really screws the vampire counts player because he's not in that ball where everybody's on top of each other. He's in a line. And so the Cryptors can't do the AoE damage all around the edge, the circumference of that little circle that they're in, because they're in a line and not in a blob.
Yeah.
And that is not going to work out well for those vampires. The vampires are actually crumbling very, very readily here. A lot of the Cryptors have gone down, and that was the real damage that was in the vampire count's favor. Does look like he's going to try to pull some Karen Rays out, maybe try to get some flank charges in. Remains to be seen whether or not the Orc player will decide to come out here, try to chaff up that charge to his flank. He still has these archers, which he can use to sack to the flank, but we'll see if he actually decides to do it, because these Karen Rays are going to be able to come around and do some real damage.
The Orc Biggins, though, they will do significant damage to the Cryptors.
Yeah, the Orc Biggins will destroy the Cryptors. You are very correct in that.
No more than a Hex, I think.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
will- Because
Doesn't-
of all the Spirit Leeches.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe that was the plan, right? Get that goblin out there, eat up all the spirit leeches over and over again, and then make sure that he has no more than a hex left to really get into the battle here. This battle does look like it might actually favor the vampire counts, though, if the orc does not finish off this this flank over on this side and get into the battle like this. The vampire counts actually on this side of the battle are doing fairly well right now. It does look like, oh no, the vampire count, the necromancer is getting some hits. He's taking some hits.
He has to run him.
Yeah, Archer's
away.
hitting fire. It does look like the Karen Rays are going to try to come in here to the back, but we got actually some Black Orc units going to chap up these Karen Rays. Karen Rays wasting their time chasing down Archer units. That is not a
Oh,
good...
he overcast and he killed himself.
Wow. Wow. That is too bad. That is too bad. We'll see if the overcast is worth it here, guys. We'll see if the overcast is worth it. I somehow doubt it. Ooh. Now that, boys and girls, is why you overcast with your heroes and not your lords. That is too bad, man. That is really too bad. In the meantime, look at the blood here, guys. Look at the amount of blood just on everybody right now. Not a lot on the Karen Rays, but that is to be expected. I would actually be curious, does blood stain the Karen Ray? This doesn't look like it. So they're actually fully ethereal. Even, CA has done a good job. Even the models don't get blood stuck to them.
Oh, nice.
Except for their scythes, which are corporeal and not ethereal. So that's actually a really nice touch by CA. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so the battle is still going on. I mean, people are saying well played here. But you guys got to remember, man, orcs have no morale. Orcs have no morale. And so if these guys last long enough, a lot of these Karen Rays are actually undamaged. We have 2 units of undamaged Karen Rays right here, despite the fact that we have Cryptors. And we also have Cryptors at our full health as well. So, don't call it too soon, guys. Don't call it too soon. The vampire counts may still win it.
Still have Orc Shaman, though, but it's looking like vampires might do it.
It's dicey, guys. It is dicey. What we need is a mass crumble from the vampires, and you know what's going to bring that on? It's going to be these lowly goblin archers chewing away at the morale of these vampire counts. Is probably going to make a huge difference here.
We might see crumbling.
That's what we're hoping for. I mean, we gotta get that morale for the vampire counts down so they do crumble.
Now they're crumbling.
They are. It does look like it. Yeah, yeah. Even the full health Cryptors are crumbling. The morale is down. The morale war is maybe being won here by the Orcs and Goblins. The morale still holding on the units that don't have low morale, and actually gaining on the units that don't have low morale. So that's going well for them. Here's a huge mistake by our Vampire Counts player, chasing away units with Karen Raids over there. He could really, really use him in this battle. One rear charge by a unit of Karen Raids, and this entire Orc line would break. This entire Orc line would break extremely quickly, but the Orc line is actually looking to break anyway here.
Yeah, vampires should have it.
Ooh, yeah, just not enough staying power for the Orcs. It looks like the Biggins trying to get back into combat here. I mean, you know, with the crumbling going on, I almost think that you should stop pumping units into the combats and just move out, set up another line, wait for the zombies, wait for these undead to charge you. Because the crumbling will continue to do damage even without. So one unit of full health Cryptors did manage to crumble, but still the vampires managed to win the battle by shattering the rest of the Orcs. Whew.
That was pretty close.
That was damn close, man. That was extremely close. It is. I mean, that shows you the strengths of the Death Star. Where do you think the Death Star ended up winning it there? Like, what do you think? What little things allowed the Death Star to win? Because that was damn close.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to review what he did here, because it's damn hard to say what actually happened in this battle.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Here's I mean, like, let me try to give my 2 cents here. And yeah, Stoffin, you're totally right. It was a very, very close game. And, you know, they were out on a Hex Falcon Eye, but that last overcasted Falcon, that last overcast in the Hex actually did the trick and brought all those Karen rates back to full health from the kind of lower health that they were at.
Yeah, but I would say, died.
Yeah. Not worth, man, not worth. I actually, though, in all honesty, though, I do think that, I mean, yes, to a certain extent, it was an army list win, but I think that maybe that overcast was worth it. I think that if he had not overcast that Nahek, then, and just cast it on one unit, that Vampire count would have died to a magic missile very soon anyway, that or arrows. And the overcast allowed all of his units in that big mob to get that invocation of heck, so they lived just long enough and stayed just long enough away from crumbling to manage to halt that green skin kind of advantage. Where the greenskins did look like they were going to take it, right? Up until like the very, very end when it was getting really grindy, so. Yeah, you know, Falcon, I think you're right. Worth, man, worth. And Augur of Decay, yeah, Ethereal, really good perk. I mean, you know it, man. Ethereal is a very, very good spell. Orcs did okay, man. You know, the Biggins really, really availing themselves here. Maybe even in the future, a consideration might be to take Biggins instead of Black Orcs. I don't know. Black Orcs have the morale to hold, though, which is why people typically do take them. I mean, Death Star, Orcs versus Death Star, what do you think, man?
Shidoku probably brought the best build that he could here, or like one of the best. Like, he really picked a really nice combo.
Yeah, he did. I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else I could have brought. Well, not the Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins, maybe. I probably just regular Orc Boar Boy Biggins, because these guys don't have bonus versus large.
Yep. I think you're very right there, yeah.
So, just a few minor things, I guess, for Shidoku.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it really is fair to say. You know, the regular Biggins instead of Savage Orcs probably would have gone a long, long way. And I also think, I mean, to a certain extent, too, I mean, yes, you want the magic missiles to be able to take out, you know, those vampire lords and things that are flying around. But I think you're right in saying, you know, we kind of noted this a little bit in the beginning of the battle, is that vampires will just regen that stuff back. And yeah, sooner or later you might kill them, but it just takes so long and uses so much of your magic. I think what I would have liked to have seen here in this battle was a, you know, maybe just either a Lore of Death, you know, either Azag or just a plain Orc Warlord with no magic, and that would have given a lot of extra money to afford, you know, maybe 1 to 2 units more Orc Biggins, or maybe even more Boar Boys.
I think the only faction that can try and take care of the vampires is Empire, because of light. If you bring 2 light wizards, then your magic missile, you can actually snipe him quickly, vampire anyway. But
truly, ooh. They were great for dying on the battlefield in just bloody, useless deaths. They were great for that, and that's why I loved him, Griffin J.
Oh my goodness, I love this build.
Okay. Oh, let me go over the Chaos real quick, and you go over the Empire, yeah? Or do you want to go over the Chaos and?
Yeah, you can do whichever.
Which one do you love? Which build do you love?
I love the Empire one.
You love the Empire. All right, I'll go over the Chaos real quick here. So what do we have? We have a Forsaken core build, making another showing here at the ESL Cups. We see this quite often with Chaos, and when Chaos comes, we do see Forsaken. So for Forsaken, making up that middle line, 2 Chaos Marauders in the front, probably to chaff up any charges coming by the Empire player. In the back line, supporting the back, we have 3 units of Halberds as well as 2 units of Chaos Warriors, each with 1 veterancy. The Chaos Warriors without, or the Chaos Halberds without veterancy, though. And then for leadership, we have Kolek, the Sun Eater. The Blood and Gore is going to look really amazing following this guy. So we'll make sure to follow him, try to get a little bit of that blood splatter. And then last but not least, we have 1 Chaos Wizard of Death on a Barded Warhorse. Now, what about you, man? What about you, TPP? Can you go over this beautiful Empire? What the
Yes.
is this?
I'm telling you, I used something like this before and it worked really well. But anyway, he has, this is General of the Empire on a Griffin. He also has 2 Empire Captains. Nope, 1 Empire Captain and 1 Light Wizard. Then we see the craziness. So 1 Reichsguard, 1 Empire Knight, 2 Demigryph Knights with Halberds, which he just moved. And we have a bunch of Outriders. This is 5 Outriders. I'm telling you, this is the new thing for Empire.
This is the new thing, that the 5
Yes.
Outrider build.
Yeah.
Man, we saw 3 Outriders and we were like not sure how well that was going to go last tournament. And now we have 5 and we're confident?
I think this can work as long as he deals with the Chaos Warhounds and I guess like the Kolek and Chaos Sorcerer of Death. If he gets rid of those, then he's definitely won, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd actually tend to agree with you there, because the Outriders actually have a deceptively large amount of ammunition. They have a lot of ammunition they can throw at the battle. Actually, I think they can almost continuously fire the entire battle and still have just enough ammunition after about 7 minutes to keep on firing, which is actually very, very impressive for any of these units. But it's a large ammo count with not a lot of firing going on, so they last a very long time. Be very, very effective also versus the armor that the Chaos is bringing, and the Forsaken are probably going to run at the drop of a hat to concentrate a pistol or Outrider fire. In the meantime, of course, these Empire Knights, of course, kind of ruin units that they charge into, especially Forsaken. I mean, if there's one thing that cavalry is good at in this game, it is chewing up Forsaken.
Yeah.
And so these Reichsguard, especially the Reichsguard, they will finish them, man. They will absolutely trounce them. And of course, the 2 units of Demigryph Knights being extremely effective.
But on the other hand, though, like those Forsaken are really fast. So if you can catch the enemy Outriders with something, the Forsaken will get there really quickly and chop down the Outriders. So
Yeah. Yeah,
can go
true,
both
true.
ways.
It is true. It depends on how the micro comes from on both sides of this battle. Asamu 1 with 1 Hell Cannon would win this, though, right? That really depends. If he managed to get into the Hell Cannon with anything, like just a couple shots from the Pistoliers and all that, the Hell Cannon would die quite quickly. But yes, 1 Hell Cannon would really help out Chaos here. It would really help out Chaos here. Didn't Empire bought 2 to 3 Outriders back last week get mollywopped? No, actually. The Empire player who brought 2 to 3 Outriders, that was unknown. The Outriders won him multiple battles. He did very, very well with them. Even getting low kills, he actually managed to keep them to the end of the battle and do enough to really turn the battles in his favor very near the end when it turned into a grind fest. This is why creating your army and being able to outguess him is 50% of the battle. Yeah, to a certain extent it is, but that's the nature of the game. Ooh, there it is.
Kolek.
Yeah, that did no damage.
Yeah.
Kolek took it right to the chest.
Honestly, though, killing the Chaos Sorcerer might be better because he doesn't have as much HP. Plus, then he won't have Lore of Death anymore, which is really annoying with Buna and Spirit Leech. So I think taking him out might be more important. Maybe.
No, yeah, I think TPP, you are very, very right here. Very right there, TPP. And also Augur, you are right. Hell Cannon can be popped by Shun's Burning Gaze as well. But yes, targeting that Death Source should be what the Light Wizard is doing, but it doesn't look like he's actually doing that right now, which is very, very good. Uh-oh.
Now he is.
Now he is. Is that gonna do nothing?
Oh, nothing.
Shem's Burning Gaze, does it have low AP or high AP? I think it was one of the magic missiles with high AP, wasn't it?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think the Orc ones have low AP, but high damage, whereas I think Shem's Burning Gaze is high AP but low damage. Or high, armor damage, but yeah. Anyway, so, but, not a lot of damage by that Shem's Burning Gaze here on this Light Wizard, or on the Death Wizard here. Another one coming in, going for another hit here. Still not a lot of damage. Enough to actually do enough damage to count, though. So that'll be worth it if he can get getting those off, but he's actually going to need to use that Death Wizard for something, otherwise he's going to get shot to hell by this Light Wizard before doing anything good.
This is a strange formation with the Outriders, kind of in a blob, instead of spread out.
Yeah, yeah. This is not good. This is not
Yeah.
good for the Empire player, because they will get caught by those dogs if they decide to
Oh
stay
wait.
in that formation. But where
Did
are the dogs?
did a Chaos Sorcerer overcast and I think he did, right?
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
did.
sure.
He did.
Because
He
he
did.
lost a lot of HP
Yeah, I
for
think he
some
did
reason.
overcast, and it does look like he did, because I mean, I don't think it was actually worth it though against these Outriders. Those Outriders will die to one Fate Abuna. They don't need two. Um, Actually, no. This is very interesting. Actually, Fate Abuna just crapped out. I mean, yes, it is doing the damage that it did, that it's supposed to do, but after it got the Outriders down to 50% health, it stopped doing damage. That is that random damage occurrence working out
Yeah.
for the Empire player there.
And the entities are still up. Only one of them died, so that Buna didn't really do anything. Basically, it only
Yeah,
got rid of one guy.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And then, I mean, on top of that too, I mean, that overcast. Why would you overcast at this point in the battle? Anyway, so it goes. This must be so frustrating as a Warriors of Chaos player. Yeah, I think you're very right in that, Abzors. I think, just it's got to be extremely frustrating. I mean, nobody likes to fight a fuckload of skirmishers, and then fighting a shitload of skirmishers that have mounts. That's even more frustrating. Um, We'll see how this goes, though. It does look like the Empire player is microing okay right now. I don't see the Empire player actually being the god of micro here, but some things are getting messed up. But the Demigriffs actually going in for a charge up against these Hounds. Probably not a fight the Demigriffs want to take, because the Halberdiers are too close, and the Fate of Buna going to be going off on the Demigriffs.
Yep,
Fate of
there you
Buna goes
go.
off on the Demigriffs. Light Wizard with a shot. Takes a little bit more health off the Death Wizard, but not enough to actually kill him.
That was an important Buna though on the demis.
That was a very important Buna. He really has to lower the count on those Demis so they can't crush the lines later on. The way that I see this going, of course, is the Pistoliers just shooting the hell out of these Chaos Warriors until they get low damage, and then I don't know even why he engaged the Demigriffs, why he used the Demigriffs here. I think he should have kept them in reserve, but waiting till the end of the game and then crushing small units with Demigriffs.
I mean, he doesn't need to do anything with his army until he gets rid of the Chaos Sorcerer with the Light Wizard.
Yeah,
but now,
that is-
because he committed several units, he got Fate of Bunad, so...
Yep, exactly, which not favorable. So what? Let's see here. Pandabots, I apologize. I will talk a little bit slower for you guys. I do have the habit of rambling on rather quickly, especially in these battles. But I will endeavor to not do so. Let's see here. Let's see. 1 second here. Boom, 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 boom. So, have any of these guys gotten caught yet?
The
Looks
demis,
like-
the demis. One
So-
of
oh,
the
yeah.
demis got caught.
The Demis did get caught. Chaos Marauders getting shot to pieces. They're going to run away very soon. That's to be expected here. In the meantime, though, it looks like the Empire Captain is in battle. The Empire Knights as well getting caught. They got a little. Oh, the Demis. Yeah. Those Demis are going down.
They're done.
Yeah,
they're
those
not making
guys.
it out.
Like, where the hell are they? Oh, they're scattered all over the place right now. Yeah, the Demis are scattered all over the place, being engaged by about 3 units right now. Yeah, so those Demis, no good, man. No good. Empire player. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know how he got caught there. Like, they shouldn't be getting caught.
They really, I think, I mean, it's certainly a micro mistake, but
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at it, I think the Demis were right around here, and they try to cross this way. I think he just selected all of them and moved them.
Look here, the Outriders getting caught by Chaos Warhounds. Because basically, here's what happens. So he has skirmish mode on, and what they do is they go to the red line, and after they hit the red line, they stop running. That's what happens with the skirmish mode on.
Yep. You got to keep a handle on your micro, man. And I think also skirmish mode really messes with your move orders as well. So those guys are routing. Honestly, guys, like if you are like decent at microing, if you are half decent at microing, I would very much recommend that you take people off skirmish mode. You know, it's not necessary, and it really fucks with movement, especially when people start coming close to you. It'll really mess with your movement. And Demigriff's getting catched again.
Yeah, this isn't good. Giving Chaos a shot at this.
Yeah, really, that's very, very true. Really, definitely giving Chaos a shot. Sorry, who is playing what army right now? Sorry, Shidoku with Chaos and Torchaf as the Empire.
Yes. Kolek is engaging the Demigriffs and doing a lot of damage. And the Empire Knights as well.
Yeah, it looks... Yeah, Kolek doing a huge amount of damage to these Empire Knights. Where are the Reiksguard? Where are the Reiksguard? The Reichsguard. I do not see them currently. The Empire, also this captain getting caught up in a combat here. He should not have gotten caught up in that combat either. He's not going to be able to run away because he's being surrounded by too
There are
many
the
people.
Reichsguard.
Where are... Oh, nice. So they're the Reichsguard hiding in the back, I see.
Still, even with this, Chaos still lost, I think. Even with what they've managed to do here.
I mean, it depends on how many micro mistakes we see from Torchaf. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, if Torchaf plays this perfectly, I can definitely see the Empire taking it. Yeah, the Reiksguard. They are. I'm sorry, my pronunciation sucks. The big one, man. But you know, if this micro from Torchaf continues as it does, I don't think Torchaf has a chance here, man.
Yeah, that's true. If he continues with the weird engagements. With
Right?
this
I
guy.
mean, this is what I anticipate, man. If he gets one more unit of Outriders caught, he's dead. Because how many units of Outriders does he have now? It looks like he has 2 units of Outriders left. That's it. 3 units of Outriders left. One breaks. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, well, he still has to deal with Kolek, right? Which is gonna be difficult. And does he have demis left? Doesn't seem so. No, he lost
has,
both, right?
Yeah,
no,
he lost.
He has one, but it's on like 172 HP, so basically nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like that dummies is not.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That can charge somebody in the rear and maybe do some morale damage, but that's really all that they're going to be able to do.
So he lost both his demis, which is unfortunate because the demis are what he needed to kill Kolek.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's not. I think you're absolutely right in that respect, man. He needed the demis. He needed the demis, and losing them outright right there, not a good move. Yeah, Thorn Falcon Eye, very right. You know, microing less units is a little bit easier. But you know, in all honesty, too, the thing with these skirmishers that he's using right now, I would say, you know, just kind of going on a little aside here, as those people that maybe want to look at this build, that want to play Outriders as maybe your main army, you want to be a cheesy bastard. What you want to do is you don't really want to target or move all of these guys at the same time. You just want to scatter them like so, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Your Outriders have enough movement speed to get into wherever you want them. You know, they can turn them around and stuff like that. But you just scatter them. I think they have. Don't they have Parthian shots?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's the Pistoliers, I believe, that have Parthian shot. But even if they don't have Parthian shot, by scattering them out like that, it forces the enemy to scatter. And then you can move all your units that scattered, then you can move them all together on one flank and then just eliminate a unit being faster than they are. But this is not... These guys are too grouped together, man. He's fighting like he's fighting with, you know, infantry skirmishers right now.
Yeah. There's still that Chaos Warhound on the field.
Where are the Chaos Warhounds?
This unit, it killed either like this unit right here. I just showed you where it is.
See. Yeah.
It killed an Outrider unit at least. So
it did.
Yeah,
it has 22 kills and has taken no damage.
Yeah.
So they've got that going for them. Actually, it looks like here we're going to have some more cavalry on the Empire side getting caught. Oh no. Oh no.
Ooh, this is supposed to happen.
Not at all. The Outriders getting caught by the Forsaken. Those Outriders are going to get chewed the fuck up. That is too bad. Another, the Direwolves. Oh, man. The Direwolves actually going out here to catch these Outriders as well. Direwolves did lose a lot of health there, but they got shot the hell up. Oh, no. These Direwolves actually did not lose any health at all, and they keep getting their kills. They got 29 kills now. Outriders trying to chase them down. Looks like the Light Wizard also joining in on the fight.
Oh, Reiksguard getting caught again by Forsaken.
Oh, no. The Reiksguard, man. The Reiksguard cannot handle continually getting caught like that. They don't... I mean, they have the charge bonus. That is why you take them. You don't charge them... You don't take them for a stand-up fight.
Ooh, these Outriders here engaged with Kolek.
Oh, ooh, there goes the blood. Ow, dude, that was just about 5 Outriders taken down in one swing from Kolek. Oh, like, pretty bloody right now. Look at this guy, man.
Warhound's catching the Outriders again as well.
Oh, Jesus, this is tragic, guys. Tragic from the Outriders here. Not enough micro. Yeah, Griffin J. I mean, I wouldn't say that, you know, just because we want to be nice people, of course. But this micro does leave something to be desired. But maybe I think Torchaf might just need a little more practice with this army. I think stylistically he's maybe missing the point on why you take Outriders like you do. And there we go, charging the Outriders straight into the Warhounds. That is not going to end well for them. And Kolek smashing apart the Reiksguard.
Oof. That's where Kolek sells.
that is really where he excels, man. In the blood and the meat. There you go. Yeah, destroy. Yeah. Ooh, that guy. Fucking bad day for that one. That guy, Jesus, man, that was harsh. But yeah, it looks like, all right, so the Demigryphs, not the Demigryphs, sorry, the rest of the Empire guys, the Demigryphs of the Halberds there actually are running away now. They are shattered, and so will not be coming back. It is an army comp that doesn't really come up in Warhammer. Yeah, that is true. You don't see, I mean, that's because we have special core, rare, you know, we have unit restrictions in Warhammer that we do not have in the Total War game. Or in the Total War Warhammer game. Outriders still valiantly trying to do some shooting here. You know, the Empire Knights as well, but I just don't see it, man. Do you?
It's gonna be really hard. I mean, I don't see how he kills Kolek.
Yeah,
He has
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. It is going to be a very, very large problem, to be sure. I gotta say, man, you know, this brings me back to the Bretonians. Fancy that, right?
Well, he's doing a good thing here with his general. He's gonna take out this Forsaken.
Yes. Well, so actually, you know, forget the Bretonians for a second here. Yeah, you know, by the way, Griffin J, it's good on paper. You actually have to be able to execute it. And Marwin, I do not know if there's any videos of this people executing this properly, though the last VOD, if you take a look at the Special Cup last, you can see people using 3 Outriders to very, very good effect with good micro. So when you have flying heroes like this, use them to charge and to break up fights. I don't know why people don't use them more just to send them in to break up charges. Because they take little to no damage. Sorry, what were you going to say, TTP?
I was gonna say that, like, you can see me using a version of this build up on YouTube. I believe it's Cheryl who posted this. But it's Russian commentary though, but you can still see the games. I played against Greenskins with a similar comp, similar Empire comp. It was the game against Dark Admiral that I told you about.
Yeah.
Outriders and stuff. No infantry game. So basically a very similar build to this.
Sure. I mean, I should probably take a look at that battle because I'd like to see how they play this battle out when it is effective. I imagine it's extremely frustrating.
Yes.
But you know, right now I'm sure the Empire player is frustrated because he has no way to take out armor at this point in the game.
No.
So one thing that I was going to say, and you know, I think it goes back to the Bretonians again, and it has to do with Kolek here, is that use what guys you have that can attack armor to attack armor from the very beginning of the game. You know, things like these Pistoliers, these Outriders here, should have been attacking Kolek outright if they could have gotten a shot on him, because they are, you know, they are the only things that can actually take down Kolek outside of the Demogryphs, which have already died, right?
Yeah.
I see this, so if you guys are playing against Bretonians, I recommend buy a steam tank. Just get 1 steam tank, and the Bretonians are fucked. Like, it is extremely difficult for Bretonians to take a steam tank out. They cause terror, so that means that peasants break at the break of a hat, anybody that has armor piercing. Grail Knights also die to it. Knights of the Realm die to it. Everybody dies to it because nobody has armor piercing.
Reichsguard getting caught again. Sorry.
Reichsguard, yeah. Oh, the Empire Knights getting caught, the Reichsguard getting caught,
and the Outriders getting caught.
So Outriders getting caught by Marauders, and the Light Wizard just not doing a whole hell of a lot. Trying to get in here. Really, he should be using this Light Wizard to stop charges and stop getting guys from getting caught, but he's not using that very, very effectively. But it may be also at this point that the Empire has kind of largely given up the game.
Could be. I mean, it's a shame because, like, this was a really nice and unique build that could have actually worked, but it is quite demanding of micro.
Yeah, no, so. I feel you. You know, if you can't execute the micro, like somebody in chat had said, if you cannot execute the micro, don't pick the build. Because a lot of these micro-heavy builds are extremely bad without micro, as you clearly saw here. You know, I mean, Outriders are not frontline troops. So it looks like there, Shidoku with the series out against Torchaf. Torchaf even picking the interesting lists and all that. It does look like Shidoku actually managed to take it. Some very, very good battles. We saw, what is it, 2 Chaos matchups, yes?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. It's I think we saw 2 Chaos. So I mean,